Hi, my name is Pete, and we're off to our woodshed, which is only maybe 300 feet away from the house. Here's our travel trailer we use, 1995. Not bad shape. Gets us by. We don't have what the rich and famous have, so good enough for us. Okay, here's the woodshed. Can't even remember when we bought this thing. It was meant to be for lawn tractors and whatever, but we ended up using it as a woodshed. This is only how much sawdust I accumulated this winter, so anyway, we'll go inside here. I'll show you around. So with the magic of editing, I dropped the camera. It's on my table here, so anyway, we're going to give you a shop tour here. Okay, here we start our tour. If you note here, we have a pipe, and what I do is I have a rod that goes in from the outside through here. Being this door is on the opposite side of the house, we can't see it. And it kind of secures things nicely. So down here we got a pile of cookies that we make our plant stands with. Birch cookies. I think we've had these in here now 2 years. So they're good and dry. And then over here's part of our wood pile here. We've got some zebra wood. In behind, we've got maple. And then we've got some walnut here. And then we got some elm here, which I really like. And up there, I think there's some more, could be oak, I think. And then down here, there's some wood strips I bought. That's some of them. There's 3 types of wood in there. There's walnut, maple, and white oak. And I make catch-all trays with them. And then we got our tool rack up here. Various tools I use on the table saw. And of course, all the hand tools here, blah, blah. And then a little air compressor here. I don't need much air in here, just to blow off something. And then we got our little saw here, squirrel saw. We'll get it right. And then we have a drill press over here. Just made a bit of a stand for it so it's up in the air. And then we got a rigid table saw that we use. I'm not quite liking the fence. It kind of doesn't quite square up properly. But then over here we got more wood. We got wood everywhere. And I don't know if this will show on camera. Maybe it will, but this here is curly maple. Just not sure what I'm going to make out of this piece of wood, but we'll figure something out. And then we got some birch here that still needs to be planed. Then more material here, Paduke, and yeah, which is really nice. We use that for our cutting boards. And we got our planer here, a rigid planer, and then we got the sander, oscillating sander. And then over here we have our catch system for our sawdust. We run a vac over here, which is, we have a remote switch for it, so wherever I'm at I can just turn it on. Then our miter saw, Then we got more wood storage up here. We got some maple up there. We got some cedar. And then, yeah, then we have our router. Yeah, this is our remote for the vacuum, so gets a little noisy. And then over here, we did have this wood stove, but it wasn't, for some reason, it wasn't getting the smoke out properly. So this summer, we're going to have the put a bigger stack in here and do 4-inch and go right straight up. So right now we just preheat with this electric heater to get it above 0, and then we'll finish it off with our propane heater over here. Because if we just use propane when it's below 0, then everything in here starts sweating, and then we've got a real issue. And then for the summer, we got the exhaust fan here. We open this up with screen door window. And then some of our miter, our router tools here, bits, and then the different routers we use for different applications. And then got this machine here. Okay, why does it escape me? Anyway, edger, whatever. You guys know. And then we got a little bandsaw here we use for some of our stuff. And then we got jigs here for making our finger joints. And then we got pine wood up in this area. And I'm thinking that's about all in here. We'll just kind of do a panoramic. And we did finish this whole shed with second cut slabs, which was quite a bit of work, but it looks rustic, eh? And then our view out here. Yeah, so just the right size for me, works. Then we got a remote temperature that I can read in the house here. And that's about it here, folks. Oh, anyway, yesterday I was in Drayton Valley and I left 9 tokens at Canadian Tire. Oh yeah, and I've got a little bit of a cupboard here for odds and ends, screws and whatever. Kind of keeps them dust free. And that's about it, peoples. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and have a happy, take care.